Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In this video we are back for IRC round 4 which is at Baku. Before I go ahead any further, I would like to apologize for any background noise that you might hear. There is some construction work going on near me, so that is a bit of a hindrance. Hence you might hear a few noises of a hammer banging or something. Anyways, um, so basically, as you saw last weekend, it really didn't go my way. With the 5-second time penalty and the collision with Mink, and just losing it under the safety car, it really wasn't ideal for us. So um, I entered this round with very low hopes. Uh, because I thought I might screw myself over again, or if it were to rain, I might screw myself and somebody else over. However, you will see what happens as this video goes on, and the standings on the website haven't been updated yet because the team that manages the website is on vacation or holiday, however you would like to call it. Hence, it is not yet updated. However, I can tell you after Baku, I am in the lead by about, I'm guessing, 12 or so points, about 12 or 13 points. And if you're new here on my channel, then here is the calendar that you can see. This is the calendar we will be following going ahead. So keep your eyes out for the upcoming videos. And also, if you ever feel like you want to watch these races live, then the link for my Twitch is in the description. You can go ahead and check that out. Now, I don't really have much to say, so let's quickly get into the race or the qualifying itself. So as you can see, loading in, the weather is completely dry throughout the session. So
now there's very little people.
nothing really much happened. So let's just go on to my
It's for if
quali
there's like a
laps.
restart. We haven't say that don't go into Discord and chit chat there. Everybody
So
gets notification.
the strategy here
Then if somebody
for
sends a message
quali
like,
at
"Oh,
least
this happened,
was
restart."
soft, and then Q2 mediums, and then
Yeah.
Q3 again
Why
soft
would
like
we have a
usual.
group
Um,
for absolutely no reason?
Well, as you can see, Mink has already retired from the session, so I didn't realize that at this point.
I was about to
So that just means our championship rival is going to be starting at the back, which was good news
Okay, I need to pay
for
attention
us.
here 'cause
And let's just skip over because nothing really happened, and this is why you shouldn't be doing something stupid in a league race
will be good
where
practice.
you are in the championship contention. Because as you can see, coming here, me and my teammate decided that we'll be going through the castle section side by side, and coming through here, I mean, we are maintaining good formation, little bit of here and there, but scraped a little bit there, little bit scrape there as well. We go through Baku side by side, and the castle section side by side, and now coming out of here, he slightly
Let's just
touches
go
my
like-
rear.
Let's just go like this to the pitch.
I say,
Let's give everybody a show.
yeah, I say let's give everybody a show, and now you will hear.
What?
Yeah, he gets a 5 grid penalty because he has slight
Is that a lobby
contact with
restart?
me, and I was asking about lobby restart here, and that just
but
means
why
he'll be
would it just
starting
take the
from
5
no
grid?
matter what position, 5 places behind that,
No, just
and it
no,
doesn't
we
get
have
any
to tell
better
them.
from here, because coming into these S's, me and my
We have to tell
teammate,
them.
as you can see, we noticed the McLaren coming, so we just pull off to give the McLaren away, you know, to not block him on his outlap. I think that's AJ Sam, no, that's Steel Sneeze. And coming through here,
Just do
you will
this,
see in
and
just
then lobby
about a
restart, bro. It
second,
has to
I
happen.
get
That's so unfair.
5 place grid penalty for illegal blocking.
What? I got a 5 penalty for illegal blocking.
So I blocked my teammate, and now the both of us had 5 places grid penalties.
have to.
So now
This
it
is
became
absolute
really necessary to
bullshit.
have a very good starting position, because otherwise we would be screwed for the race.
it up, bro.
I'm saying raise it up, but nothing
were,
really
like,
could be
in
done
the
because it
race
was
or
completely on
something.
us, which I didn't realize. So
Now
yeah, that's fully on us. Anyways, let's go on to Q2 because nothing really happened in the middle there. This is our Q2 lap. This is
okay,
us
this is
coming
all on me
out,
now then.
and I say this is all on me now then because, well, I had to, you know,
All on me.
well, set a good time in Q2 to ensure I go into Q3, especially on mediums. And coming into this session, I had a slight
Caution.
bit of nervousness,
Right.
I guess you can
This
say,
is the time
because
to
I really
shine.
wasn't confident around here. Like, I
This
had
is
done
the time
plenty
to
of practice, but I just
shine.
had no confidence. Let's skip over this. Let's go on to our hot lap, I believe. So turning on standard here and coming on the main straight with hot lap, turning on the DRS, coming down the main straight still, and now we cross the start finish line to start our lap, taking the first corner, braking at the marker, the exact marker the game tells us to, going off a bit wide. They're not sure why the game allowed that with the track limits. Taking this corner a bit slowly, not perfect, but it's fine, it's acceptable. We just have to, be within the top 10. HB sets the fastest lap. Coming into this corner, going down to third, going wide as possible, and then closing back in to take the next corner. Over here, second gear, and then immediately onto the throttle. And coming here, quite tricky to get it right, especially with that curb. You really don't want to mount it for long because you can lose a bunch of lap time there. Coming to this corner, also very tricky. These next set of corners, very tricky. Take the line perfectly there. Coming into the castle section, bit of nervousness, not very confident on the throttle, causing us to go wide because of that. And then we get back on power here. Not the most optimal lines through there. However, we take that curve there on the left, upshift, take that curve on the right there a little bit, come here. Not sure you guys know about the esports line that's here in that place that you can take, but yeah, you can't take that in this game anymore because it just launched into the wall ahead. And coming into the S's, the very infamous S's, very you can hear me go, you can hear me sigh because I wasn't very confident that car slid just a tad bit out of control, turning on the DRS and through into Q3 P6. Uh, a decent lap time, immediately starting out to not put
And
more wear
literally
because
back
that
out
was
for
our
a
starting
second.
tire. Now
Cool down
immediately
time
onto
for
the
a bit because
Q3
damn
lap,
it
the first lap. This is
slowed
on the
down quite a lot.
Q1 tires, I believe. It is. Um,
Oh, why are you giving HB
so this lap, I just wanted to take it normally because I didn't want to set like a very good lap time. Because again, it's just a banker lap. Having a bit of problems with the setup, as you can see, I'm at the brake bias setting, messing around with that because yeah, not very confident. And I turn off the DRS way earlier there because I didn't want to set time which I couldn't possibly beat.
Can't beat it at all.
Yeah, you can hear me say that. Which would again just bottle my quali because I had to get a good quali here. You get the fastest second sector, but then again nobody set a time, so anybody would have gotten the fastest second sector there. Um, again into this corner, taking it casually. Still a very good line through there. Coming into the castle section, again just taking it nice and calmly. No need to push ourselves through here. Nice lines, however still taking it slowly because we don't want to set a time which again we can't beat even on new softs. So into this corner, the infamous Giovinazzi corner, which I'll call it from now. Raus is the first and fastest time into this corner. Probably shouldn't have gone into that curb because it's better for you to extend a bit onto the right, but it's fine. As you can see, taking very bad lines through here. Car sort of sliding again on the exit, so again me not being quite comfortable with the setup itself. I had absolutely no idea why. Turning on the DRS late and crossing the line, turning off the hot lap, cross the line, and that's a very bad lap, a 141.5, but it doesn't matter. Let's go on to our official lap now. already with the hot lap turned on, and then coming down the main straight with DRS on the time. We're gonna try and nail this lap as much as possible. We're trying to get this perfect, and braking for the first corner, taking that curve, and then coming wide through here, up on a time by a little bit, coming into the turn 2. Nice lines early on the throttle, on time DRS, perfect DRS activation, coming into turn 3, braking at 100 meter, going off wide, taking going onto the throttle early, coming through here, also going on the throttle early, again to maximize exit. We're about 4 tenths up now. Coming to this corner, trying to nail it, not really, but we still gain it on time. It wasn't the perfect, but it was still a good enough improvement on the last. We don't take this corner perfectly, but still somehow it's still faster. The game keeps registering it as faster. Taking the castle section, in my opinion, quite poorly. Could have taken it way better. As you can see, we lose a bit of delta there, but we gain it back on the exit. However, it would have been better if we had it there and the exit as well. Coming into this corner, the Giovinazzi corner, nice lines. We're on, we're up by a second. We set this fastest second sector, which is nice. Qualifying's over. This is the last flying run. I have to nail this and not crash, no matter what. Absolute braveness through there for me, at least. Amazing. Up by 1.6 seconds. Cat is at the first lap, 139.2. Can we get the fastest lap coming into here? Maybe, maybe not, maybe no. We do not. We go third fastest. And I think our teammate beats us immediately. Yes. Our teammate beats us, and because of the 5 grid penalty, I was originally P4, and then, however, I fell down to P9 because of the 5 grid penalty, and my teammate starts P6 because he managed to set a proper time of P2, but then again, even he had the 5 grid penalty, so, well, even he got pushed back, which is again not ideal for us, but it's fine. Let's move on to the race now. So let's skip the formation lap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go. A lot of wheel spin, but we get a good start nonetheless. Coming into turn 1, brake a bit early. There's a lot of chaos going on. AJ gets a good exit through the Rahul. Rahul was on the left and he closes the gap. We have to brake, and then he brakes early, and then because of that, you have to miss the braking. We go off into the runoff, and we've lost a lot of positions. However, towards the left, as you can see, Rahul and AJ have spun, and this is a virtual safety car. Absolute carnage. What is going on this start? It's a virtual safety car. Luckily, we do not have any damage. However, still, that was quite bad, and now we're stuck behind Red Skull. And if you've watched my China video, you would know being behind Red Skull is not a very good thing, because he brakes quite a bit early, and that could give me wing damage, which is again not ideal at all. And that start, I can tell you from everyone's perspective that we got to see later on, was absolutely horrible and absolute carnage. Everyone was all over the place. Well, VSC is ending and we're 2.5 seconds up the delta, yet everybody else is going so slowly. I have no idea why. And as you can see, Red Skull again doing the obvious thing and going very, very slowly. We use the DRS, duck into the slipstream and pull out of it. And then Red Skull goes into the wall, and we use the ERS to get past him. And Steel Sneeze coming into this corner, just brakes so early, and that gives us damage, which is again not ideal. And we come really close there. Why is Face Fighter in AI? No idea, but looks like even he has damage. So something has gone horribly wrong in the first 2 sectors of this race, and Cat is leading right now, and the RXN T3K9 is Chursi, so I'm just going to refer to him as Chursi, incognito Chursi. For whatever reason, I thought I'm not going to box. I'm following Steel Sneeze through. I'm up into P6, but with damage, so I'm probably not going to stay on this position for long enough. Yellowing damage on this game is absolutely horrible. Um, and again, you do not want to have even light green damage, because that can easily mess up your whole aero of the car. Um, and as you can see, we're just losing a lot of time. We've lost 5 tenths, 6 tenths, 7 tenths to Rahul already because of the damage. We have to take first gear in the corners where you would usually take on the second. We've lost around a second now to Rahul. This is again not ideal, and the rules are to give way to the car behind if you have damage, but there's no space to give here. That's all I'm looking for right now, just to give way to Rahul so that I don't hold him up, because I don't want to get reported. However, as you can see, through these sections it's very hard to give way. Here you have some space. So as you can see, migrating host, so there's some issue with the my host as well. AJ Sam, who's the host, left. So whenever Sam leaves, it just means that there's going to be a restart of the lobby. However, it wasn't very sure.
Please, because that was absolute
It wasn't very sure just yet. So just to be on the safer side, I was going to pit now. You will see in a second I'm entering the pits. However, it didn't really matter because we restarted the lobby anyways, which is good because we get a second chance at this, because we got absolutely pushed back. And then again, it's not ideal when you're in the championship contention and then you just get pushed back. Anyways, let's move on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go. We get a horrible wheel spin here. Still decent enough start, and we just break a bit early. And oh, what is going on here? Carnage yet again. Red Skull into Starmax. Starmax now not giving us space, and we break late and we get damage yet again. And what is Rajasam doing? He squeezes into the wall. Now we have red wing damage again. Not ideal at all, and there's so many cars behind us. What am I going to do here? Starmax Lord goes past us and we can't break in time, so we just go off to the runoff.
Bro, this is honest. What a joke.
And you can hear me say it is quite a bit of a joke. I have red wing damage and I behave like an absolute idiot in chaos, and I nearly get wing damage there by backing into the wall and not paying attention, and we're currently the last car, and it's not ideal at all. However, by somehow the grace of the FIA and the F1 gods coming into here, you can see yellow flags and you can see a safety car deployed.
This is such a lifesaver. This is such a lifesaver.
You can hear me say this is such a lifesaver because it was lifesaver. Oh, and skipping just ahead, still haven't pitted, by the way. You can see why I should not rush to get into the pits no matter what, because that can happen. Luckily, I put my wing in, so that's a golden rule. If you're under this, if you have red wing damage, put your nose first and not your tires. That is for anything. And what is going on here on the safety car restart? People are all over the place. They're accelerating, then braking, then accelerating yet again on the same straight. Well, again, as you can see, somebody's already pit. My teammate's already pit. I had no idea why, but coming into here, Reds, Charcy, and Star. What is Starmax not doing there? No idea what's happening. This has been absolute carnage. And what is going on? Well, at least that puts us into P9, but as you can see, Cat is right behind us, pressuring us now. We brake just a bit early to make sure, we don't go into the back of Charcy. Charcy's car getting quite loose. However, yeah, you can hear me say we're losing a lot of time, because staying behind these guys is absolutely not the thing to do. Charcy opens the gap and then closes it yet again. This is making us lose a lot of time to the cars who are actually slower than us, which is not ideal because we have the pace to catch them completely. And you can hear me say body damage, and that's because under the safety car something happened to my teammate and he got body damage. He got, I believe, and there's another safety car, he got side pod damage. But this is absolutely ridiculous. It's been 2 safety cars in the first 4 laps, and yeah, this is it doesn't end here. That's the worst part. As you watch the video, you will see what goes on
Look, if you
in
can't,
the
it's
video
absolutely
further.
Of course, the Ferraris.
Yeah, the Ferraris were
Ferraris
gone
are-
ahead. They were right behind each other, contended Mink and Rahul,
Ferraris are too
which are the Ferraris which I had to beat. And let's just skip past to the safety car restart. Um, Again, I have a bit of a gap just to make sure, you know, I can put some temperature into the tire and not do a spa again. But people are doing the same thing again, accelerating then braking, which is again very, very dangerous. And I'm trying to come up into the side of Charsi, but Charsi keeps blocking it off. Charsi blocks it off perfectly. And remember, you still have quite cold front tires. And I'm stuck behind the slower cars yet again. And Charsi spins and luckily ghosts. So we get that position, but now we're stuck behind Steel's knees. Sorry for the lag on the stream. Twitch, for whatever reason, is not behaving properly recently. I'm also experiencing this lag as I'm with you. However, we continue. Again, remember, Catty is right behind us, which is again not ideal at all, because we want to be ahead of you know, the Ferraris, and here we are stuck in P8 with someone who was at this point faster than us, and Steel Sneeze is all over the place, being held up by Phase Fighter, who I believe caused the carnage and damage to my teammate. And as you can see, we're 2.5 laps over fuel, which is very, very bad, because you usually want to be underfueled, or you want to have very little fuel. And Steel Sneeze getting all over the place in castle section, but it's fine, he manages to keep the car. But again, it is very, very necessary to get past Steel Sneeze, and at this point we really didn't have much space. But we somehow had to get past him because he was bottling us. That was just pushing Catty closer to us, and if Catty went past us, the most I could do was just keep up with him, because he currently was faster than me. And coming to this S's, being very close to these cars, a lot of oversteer, but luckily we had fresh tires, so we could, you know, keep it straight using all of my ERS. But Steel Sneeze just weaving all over the place.
There's weaving so much.
And IB was running lower downforce than us, so it was harder for us to get past him. Steel Sneeze all over the place, blocking us in all sorts of places. And do we get DRS? I do not believe so. We do not have DRS. And now Catty, who does have DRS, is right on us, and he is going to pass us here, and there's literally nothing that we can do to stop him. Still giving us space, which is absolute sportsmanlike from him.
I got held up so badly.
Yeah,
from these
and Face Fighters
slow
just let Steel
pieces of
Sneeze
shit.
by. Absolutely
Absolutely
clueless why he's done that. And what is going on between Catty and Face Fighter, man? Face Fighter again being one of the slower cars on the grid, holding me up quite a bit, which is again not ideal, since I have to get past him and Steel Sneeze and try and follow Catty through. And just pay attention to the delta on the top left, because you'll see staying behind a slower car slowly that much. However, he lets us by, but then again it's not ideal, because Catty has the slipstream of Steel Sneeze, and those guys are just pulling away at this point. However, we still catch up a little bit, but then again, it's not enough to. It's not enough to stay with them, and the Ferraris are still 2 and 3, so they're in an absolutely prime position to get a 1 and 2 right now, this early, and they're quite decently far up ahead of the road, not quite far though. However, as you can see, using ERS, but immediately turning it off, because absolutely no point, since Catty has DRS and slipstream, probably plenty more ERS than us as well, and just gets past. And I was wrong about DRS, because DRS just gets enabled. I would like to apologize for that, guys. My bad. Coming into here, as you can see, we do get the DRS now, but again, we're not close enough to make a move, so we don't bother using the ERS. We save the ERS because it's very hard to gain back the ERS, so you're better off saving the ERS. And Catty is easily flown past Steel Sneeze, while we're still stuck behind Steel Sneeze, and he's just going to slow us down more. And now I'll show you again, here's another example of why being stuck behind a slower car is absolutely a pain in the place where the sun doesn't shine, basically, because you don't want to be stuck behind the slower cars because they slow it down so much. As you can see, his cat is already pulled away a second and a half from us. He was already second ahead, and he's already pulled half a second, and he's pulled off 2 seconds now. While we're still stuck behind Steel Sneeze and getting his dirty air and Catty's dirty air.
This guy is so shit, honestly.
So
I feel like
we're basically stuck in a very, very bad place, and we have to pass Steel Sneeze at some cost or the other. Like, I have to push my way through getting all RG and Bargy, because otherwise it will be quite hard for me to get past through. As you can see, coming into here again, a slight bit of problem. However, use ERS as soon as we clear that. We're also going to get a DRS and Slipstream, turning on the DRS, and as you can see, he's not leaving any space. Nearly pushes me into the pit lane. And yeah, it's fine. However, we still get past him, and as you can see, HB up ahead the road. On hards, we can see at least the top 4 now, which is a good sign. And Catty gets past HB as well. Catty is on an absolute flyer right now. We'll be staying on board for just a little bit more. Excuse me there. We'll be staying on for just a little bit more. Well, you can see HB is on hards, which for now is not a very, very good tire, because you would really want to be on softs or mediums. And well, we're just trying to follow him, and as you can see, there's P3 right there. Age of Sam is in P3. However, coming into the infamous castle section, HB does a I am a stupid and retires. And there's another safety car. I believe this is the 3rd safety car that we have, and according to my strategy, I had to pit now for softs, which I will, I believe. No, I stay out actually. Staying behind Catty, very, very cold tires. And basically I stayed out because I knew Catty was faster. Catty didn't pit either, so we got the track position, and I knew if I could follow Catty through, I would be able to pull away from the faster guys behind who were on newer tires like Steel Sneeze and Sunny and AJ. So basically I did all of this for track position. I threw up my this thing, and Catty catches me napping. Luckily I don't crash into Sunny. I have to give it to him. That was very, very nice. Yeah, I say that that was very, very nice for Catty. However, as you can see on the MFD, we are up by 3 laps of extra fuel.
Where's the tire temps?
Which is again not ideal, and the tires were cold still, so the car was not stable at all. And well, I couldn't really do much other than just follow Catty, and which was actually good, because in the first about 2-3 turns we've already pulled off about close to a second. Couple of tenths, I would say about 3 tenths, 4 tenths, maybe even 5 tenths, which is good from Steel Sneeze, who really isn't challenging us because he's not fast enough to challenge me or Catty. However, he was still there in the slipstream, and as you can see, we just get out of the 1 second window for the DRS from him. Well, Catty is absolutely flying still, because he's still the fastest car on the track. Like, he's absolutely flying. Already pulled away about a second, over a second here actually. It's absolutely amazing, and as you can see from a tire wear, thanks to the safety car, it isn't as bad as we expected it to be. However, it's still fine. However, coming into these S's, as you know, being in the dirty air is one of the bad things.
Now I'm gonna get into it.
And you can hear me say, and the car nearly slides away from us.
I nearly lost.
However, it's fine, as for whatever reason that's helped us get within Catty's 1 second, but Catty just pulls out of the 1 second yet again. I believe we're going to start skipping some laps now, because nothing really happens, like quite a lot. Yeah, so we're coming to the end of lap 14. Catty says the first lap. Pay attention to the top left. Look, pay attention to the delta. we're again starting to get within that no man's land, coming into lap 15 here. My teammate, well, decides to leave the party and we get damage. So basically, on Xbox at least, you cannot leave the party if you're with someone, the voice chat or however you'd like to call it, because that gives you wheel glitch, and that happened, and now the race is basically thrown away. My teammate left the party because he retired from the race because, well, it was undrivable, and now I had to come here. At least I could go onto the softs and try and get something out of it. And yeah, I really couldn't do much here. Onto the softs, just try and get whatever he could. Mink's flown past us yet again. Now he's back into the second and third position. Which is quite like, however, the cars ahead are on hard, so we might benefit from being on softs quite a bit. And again, just pay attention to the delta, as you will see coming through here. What happens? And that's Chelsea goes straight into the wall. And will that be another safety car? That is a virtual safety car, yeah, it is still a virtual safety car. Let's skip to the end of virtual safety car because nothing really happens. We skip past a few laps, actually, about 3 laps, because nothing happened between that. And we're coming up onto Face Fighter, who in the last round just gave us way. Even in the beginning here on this round, gave us way, which again he's not told to, but he does it anyways, which is very, very good from him. And as you can see on the exit here, he sees us on softs and he just lets us by. He's let me by Water Lad, I say, because he is Water Lad, and now we're on the hunt for Bobby, and
Brilliant. Nice move.
13 seconds up
Mink
ahead.
is 13 seconds up ahead. With current pace, we might be able to catch him, might not be. I guess I would be happy with the P4 after all that's happened. However, Bobby on mediums and I am on softs. And again, no place to get past it, so the best I could do is just follow him through, not use my ERS. And this is again not ideal because we are then just losing time to Mink, which we don't want. And also, sorry if this video feels quite rushed. Didn't want it to stretch over an hour. We tried to look down the inside here. Yeah, so I didn't want to stretch over an hour because nothing really happened in the middle, so I had to cut out like major parts of the video. So I would like to apologize for that. Coming through the S's, on the exit of the S's, immediately turning on our ERS. Already very close, had to lift a little bit and not crash into him. And DRS, and then we get past him quite easily. Turn off the ERS, and that is a move done and dusted quite easily. And Rahul actually says the fastest lap, who's right behind us, which is again not ideal, but it's fine. Let's just pay attention to the delta yet again. You can see my gap to Mink stays, I think, about the same.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by
Not
around
much.
a second a lap.
But yeah, again, it's not quite ideal that this is happening. As you can see, Rahul also gets past Bobby, and Rahul is possibly on the hunt for us because it is quite important for him to get past me so that they can at least, you know, have a solid position of 3 and 4, which is quite a lot of points because I was the only Mercedes left on track because my teammate had retired because of extreme sidepod damage. So I had to do whatever I can to, you know, retain the position and ensure I don't crash. Again, let's skip a bit. Are we going to skip? No, we still stay on board. However, you should see the delta. Mink has lost a lot of time somehow. What's happened to Mink? What's happened to Mink? Oh, something's happened to Mink. Yeah, he says something's happened to Mink. And I think Mink has had a bit of entry into the barrier, and he's losing a lot of time. Will Mink pit to give us the P3? Maybe we'll have to see as he's coming down the straight. Pay attention at the map. Will he slow down for the pit entry? He is. He enters the pit, so that's P3 secured for us. However, things don't end there, as it is with everything, because now we have to still catch Sunny, who's on hards. However, again, as things happen in these races, pay attention to the map. That is Rahul right there, not Mink, and Rahul causes yellow car, and Rahul actually retires, and there's a safety car, and we do not go into the pits. No idea what I did there. I have absolutely no idea what I did there. And now let's skip ahead. I pit eventually on to new softs. I think you'll see it now. Yes, you will see it now. Sunny gets the lead, but Sunny doesn't pit for whatever reason. So we enter the pits now for new softs, like Catty did. And this is going to be close between me and Bobby. However, it doesn't matter since we get a very good pit. And we'll be staying on board for the last couple of laps. Remember, Sunny is on hards, and both the Ferraris are not anywhere close to us. So all we have to do is just ensure that we don't crash, because otherwise, I'll be leading the championship after this anyways. As long as I finish ahead of Mink, basically. And this safety car restart isn't quite ideal. You will see why. But coming here, we have decent temperature under the tires, feeling quite confident here with Cat and Sunny head. I knew we could get past Sunny quite easily because Sunny is on hard. Sunny accelerates, and he's not quite sure because he's accelerating then braking, and then again he's doing the same thing again and again, and then he accelerates, and then I use my ERS, and I'm right behind Catty, and then and we are past the safety car. Oh my god, that was very, very close. We nearly go into the back of Catty, not sure what happened there. And Bobby goes wide, Catty goes wide, and we're right behind Sunny. Can we get past Sunny going into turn 2? No, we can't. We think the better of it, trying not to cause a collision at all. But however, still it's not ideal because we're stuck behind Sunny. We could definitely get the win here.
What are we doing?
Sunny, Catty is coming up behind us. Sunny going very slowly on his hards. Where we have to find some way through because we won't be getting DRS, so we'll have to pass him on pure pace. Which is again not ideal when you don't have the DRS. However, Sunny is on hards and we're on fresh softs, which are only about like a lap, old, which is quite ideal. However, as you can see, he's going very slowly because he has basically no grip on those hards. They're quite old hards. So we have to find some way through to get past Sunny. And will it be possible? Not on this straight, no. However, Catty is right there on fresh softs as well. Mink is right there as well. He's found his way through the field. So now it is a case of me having to what would you call it? I am not sure, but finish ahead of Mink. Otherwise, we will basically lose the championship lead by quite a significant amount. Certainly Mink had the pick because even he's on new softs. Turning on the ERS right on Sunny, using Sunny's slipstream. Sunny trying to break it away quite a bit. Sunny is completely out of ERS with his red light flashing. Lets us by. Coming on to the final lap, we'll still be staying on board. And what is that? The red arrow. And that's Catty. We go for it, and Catty still makes contact with us, and we get a track limit warning. That's put Sunny into P2. However, Mink is right behind Sunny, and Mink can easily get past Sunny because Sunny is on hards. And will he get past? Now we just have to ensure we do not crash. Still pay attention to the top left. The delta, as you can see, Mink is past. Mink is fighting with Sunny and Catty, and there's yellow flags. And something's happened to Mink. Mink's actually gone. And now Catty and Sunny are fighting for P2. And we have absolutely no idea what's happening back there. It's absolute carnage. Those guys have lost a lot of time to us, and we just have to ensure we do not crash. And coming into bucket section, no, we do not crash at the castle section. Coming to this corner, do we lose it on the exit? No, we don't. Still continuing quite hard, using a lot of our ERS to manage to stay ahead of 3 seconds, just in case we somehow manage to get a 3-second time penalty. Still staying ahead. Can we stay ahead by at least 3 seconds coming to this corner? That gap is still extending, and I think we will. Coming
Yes,
through
Captain,
these
hold up,
S's,
please.
after this nothing can stop us, and yes we do. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and this race was absolute carnage
All of
from
the
my
edits,
perspective
all of it,
and
all
from
of it,
everyone's
all of it.
perspective. And I would like to catch you guys in the next video, which will come out next week. Thanks for watching.
Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Not bad, bro, not bad. Let's go.